Dave was born in the mountains of eastern Kentucky in what was known as Haney Creek. As a bluegrass musician, his father not only influenced his character, but his early love for the arts. But it was his high school English teacher who encouraged him to get into theater. And although he did fall in love with performing, it wouldn't be until later in life that he would be able to pursue an acting career. After high school, he joined the Army, and with his service completed, he had many jobs ranging from police work to being an armored car driver. His personal favorite was being a disc jockey due to his enjoyment of entertaining audiences. Dave then entered college at Miami University in Oxford, Ohio, and pursued degrees in both social work and counseling. He also attended EKU to obtain a master's degree. From there, he got a part in his first independent film entitled Man of Faith, starring Robert Wagner, and hasn't looked back since. Dave still continues to act in a variety of films and goes by his motto, "Go with your instincts," which is exactly what he does. Hi everyone, and thank you for joining us for today's episode of Actor Spotlight with none other than Dave Haney.
Hello.
Welcome. How are you?
Pretty good. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it very much.
Anytime. So we'll just jump right into it. So how long have you been acting, and what got you into it?
Probably about 10 years in films. I worked for a few years in theater and enjoyed that. The first thing that really happened to me was in high school. In freshman year, we moved from eastern Kentucky, to Franklin, Ohio. And they had a small theater department there. They didn't have a lot of plays, stuff like that. But my English teacher, which my freshman English, she was the head of the department. And she got me involved into it. And I wish I'd stayed into it, but I went into the service. After that, went overseas and blah, blah, blah. Came back and did the college thing and stayed out of it. Then, like I said, when I retired, I started getting back into the acting, into the comedy.
Good. Yeah. Okay, so you've done both theater and film.
Yeah, I like theater as much as I like film, but I just don't do it very much anymore.
Gotcha.
Theater is interactive. It's you have to be up. If you're doing two shows a day, usually like at the summer stock when we was doing at Pioneer Playhouse, excuse me, Pioneer Playhouse, we were doing 2 shows a day, and also you were rehearsing another at the same time you were doing that show.
Yeah.
So the audience really keeps you on your toes, and you never break the fourth wall, but sometimes you can't help but look over and just gaze just for a second. As long as you don't break that fourth wall.
Yeah.
But you can see it, and when after the play is done, you're called back out, and they stand. They give you a nice ovation. Then you have to come back again, and that is the greatest high in the world because it makes you feel so good about yourself.
So would you prefer theater over
Probably
film,
theater.
or
Probably
okay.
theater.
Okay.
But like I said, there's just not that much around theater here.
Yeah.
But film is a genre that I love too.
Oh, good. Well, I mean, speaking of film, how many have you been in so far?
The one on IBM is probably about 40 or something like that, but there's
Really?
others that's out there that I've done that's not counted on your International Movie Database. And then a lot of them, like I said, just fizzle out. You don't finish. I think the first thing I did was one called A Man of Faith, which Robert Wagner starred in, and Jill St. John. And I had a featured part in that. I was filmed in North Carolina and in Columbus, Ohio.
So both locations.
Yeah, both locations.
So were you here in Kentucky and you had to go to
yes,
both?
I was in Kentucky. I manager out of Cincinnati at that time. And I got some really good compliments from the director there. And
did that kind of feed your...
it feeds into it. He didn't have to say that to me. You know, when I walked off the set, he came over and talked to me and said, talk to me a lot. So he didn't have to do that. So I thought, wow, must be something.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that.
Well,
it's a nice way to improve your life.
Well, yeah. I mean, it definitely gives you something to do.
Yeah.
And well, of all of the movies that you've done, do you have one specific role that you would say is your favorite?
Well, each role is character development. Each one that I love, actually, I try not to take a part that does not appeal to me.
Mm-hmm.
I love Reaper's Image that Bates Brothers had, Kenny and Sammy. I love the individual there. He was he went from the birth to a complete growth through the short film, and I loved that part because he was really a caring person in himself.
So do you try to go for roles that kind of mirror yourself and your own personality? Or?
Yeah, I'm definitely a method actor because I've done about everything in life you can think of, and yeah, I look at it like that. Can I handle that? Can I? Because you have to be real and you bring truth to the character.
Absolutely.
That's the main thing.
All right. So of all the roles that you have done and that you obviously think that they mirror your personality a little bit, what was the most challenging one, even being close to you?
Probably Red River, Jacob Enos, where I played Roland Thatcher. He let me invent that character, which I appreciate very much. He didn't want actually any talking, just like kind of a Jason Voorhees thing,
So more of a convey everything through your body.
Yeah, but I wanted the character to have some dimension, not just one dimension, but be multi-dimensional.
Yeah.
And that's why I invented the character. I invented a little levity into it, also a little seriousness and gruesomeness, and I wanted him to be a man of faith, even though he's demented as hell.
Yeah, so that's kind of hard to work in there.
Weird person, but he, like I said, the great thing about that is he just allowed me to wing it and go with it. And a lot of people said, "How can you dislike somebody like that?" But the point is, that's the point I was trying to make. You liked the guy, even though he wasn't worth a shit,
So I'm trying to bring some humanity to the character.
Humanize the guy, because I believe a lot of these horror movies they don't humanize the guy. He's just somebody off in the distance that comes up and whacks and kills people.
Yeah.
With no personality. Kane Hodder, I think, brought personality into to that type of thing. I think he invented that, actually.
Now, with that being a challenging role, what would you say was your favorite role, or most fun, or took you to the best place?
Yeah, that's a thing I'm not sure I can say. I'm not sure I've reached that. Like I said, I'm not sure I've reached that goal yet. My favorite, sheesh. I really can't say. I mean, being completely honest. They're all my favorites.
Well, they're good.
I cannot pick one particular one.
Well, then I think that says something.
I think
you feel confident that.
I think I did think with George Bonello where I became like a New Yorker, like a strong-arm killer, and I kind of invented myself in that, and that was a good thing, I think, because I was different. Mm-hmm. So, truthfully, I can't say. It just hasn't occurred yet.
When it comes to your film work, do you prefer to be a lead character, or do you like the supporting character role more, or?
Okay. I've done lead and I've done supporting. Supporting is very important. The name itself, dictates what you're doing, supporting, because you're lifting that film up and supporting it.
Right.
But I mean, it's a very difficult role. Supporting role is a very difficult role. Lead role is certainly awesome too, because the main gist of the whole movie is on your shoulders, and so you gotta really be on your toes on that, and really be energized and bring the character to life and bring truth to the character. The main thing of each character is bring truth to him. Don't let him look fake. Be truthful.
Right, kind of capture the
true
essence.
Yeah, it comes out of you. Yeah, it comes out of you. Sometimes it takes a little bit to develop from beginning to end, but it happens.
Right. So. Well, good. I know you said that you like to choose characters, a lot of the time that kind of have a little bit of your own personality in them. Mm-hmm. Well, what about in real life? Do you ever find yourself acting in real life situations, or?
Yeah, you do, because you're the best. Dave Haney is the best actor that he can be at home, because he's David Haney. Okay, does that make sense? Because each person is an actor. You're going through life, your character, you're developing that character all through your life. And I'm sure I act at home. And I'll do little skits and stuff when I'm walking around the house or doing, fixing a meal or something like that. I'll do some little acting things. People think I'm nuts, but my grandkids.
You're just helping your character.
Yeah, my grandkids used to see me and they'd look at me like wonder what was going on, But yeah, I think I'm always in tune with the acting.
Always kind of look for ways to grow and.
Yeah.
What about scenes where it's required for your character to be angry? When you have to be angry, what do you think of? How do you put yourself in that frame of mind?
The shit I had to go through in my life. I mean, to be blunt about it, I've had some rough times. I really have.
Do you think it's easy to draw that and stir those emotions back up?
You're always taught that to pick pieces of your life to emulate. That either makes you emotionally sad or angry. And I've lost friends in my life that I loved. I've had real problems with attachment because of I was raised. So all that stuff will make you angry. You just got to bring it out and let it go. Not be afraid to use it.
So would you say that you draw on your own real life experiences pretty well a lot when you act?
Yeah, I'm definitely a method actor. I draw everything from my life experiences. Yeah.
Do you think that makes it a little bit easier for you to get that character?
Yeah, I feel like I'm an advantage because my life has been horrendous. I have been homeless. I really have slept in my car. I've done a lot of stuff. So I feel that I have an advantage to others, especially young people, because young people, they're just getting into their life and just developing.
With all of your life experiences, it sounds like you could pretty well play any role that is thrown at you. Is there any movie that you, if you had the chance, could do a remake of? Is there any movie that you would like to do a remake of and participate in?
Places in the Heart is one that I just love. Sally Field, John Malkovich, and can't remember the other actor right now, but
is there one specific part in that movie that you would want to be?
Yeah, John Malkovich part where he played the blind man. That how he supported himself. He made cane chairs. He put the cane bottoms in the chairs, and the way he did that with being blind and his character. Yeah, I'd love to do that.
Awesome.
That'd be a role that would be awesome.
Are there any actors that you look up to?
Yeah, Robert Duvall is one, although I don't agree with his politics. But
do you agree with his
acting?
He's
one heck of an actor. Yeah, he uses his whole body as his instrument is his whole damn body. I mean, have you ever watched him?
Yeah, you're right. He just immerses himself.
Even the sounds, of his mouth and the way he uses his hand, it's really, I think, awesome this way he does it. He's perfect for westerns, but he's perfect for a lot of other parts.
Now, with all of the film work that you've done, and even theater included, with all of the directors that you've worked with, is there one specific thing that you have learned from any director that you kind of carry with you throughout your work?
Yeah.
Any valuable advice they might have given you, or
a gentleman we used to call Colonel Henson. He ran Pioneer Village Playhouse, rather, and his son Robert Henson, which he lives in Malibu now, in Los Angeles, and he comes back and he does the plays, particular plays there at the Pioneer Playhouse of the summertime, and he told me that I'm not tooting my own horn or anything like that, but he said, you're one of the most real actors that I've seen. And he said it would be a shame if you didn't go on and try more. And that was some years ago, and I think I learned that. And he had we used to call rapid fire. when we do review the scripts, we'd sit down by the stage and Robert would come over and he'd say, we're going to do rapid fire. Rapid fire is tense. What you do, you go from person to person. It's like that. He takes his hand and he goes just like that and he points at you. It's called rapid fire. And you have to know those lines, you know, like that. As soon as you say it, then he'll point to know those lines. And that's one of the greatest teaching things I have ever had. Because you had come to the point that you must do it. You must do it.
Kind of just be able
you had to do
know your stuff.
Because you didn't want to embarrass yourself and look like bad, you know.
Right. So no thinking, just go into it.
Yeah, it was great too. Because they had a lot of actors from New York and different places that, you know, that came to that theater to do summer stock. And there was a couple that I was doing better. And the director would say that, said, David is doing better than you, and you're supposed to be a damn pro. And he'd get so mad at me, he'd say, shut up.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, you said earlier that with a couple of these questions that you had not yet reached that goal yet.
Yeah.
As an actor, are there certain goals that you do want to reach?
Yeah, there is. There's always goals. When you run out of goals, you run out of uniqueness and creativity. My goal is to get that one part that satisfies me 100%. And that's about the answer I can give you on that. And like I said, I haven't reached that. I loved all my characters. I really do. Every one of them I remember very well, but I haven't reached that.
Not the self-efficacy yet.
Yeah, not that
self-actualization.
Right.
There you go.
I haven't reached that yet, but I'm sure I will.
What about you and other actors? Does anybody ever compare you to other actors? Or...
No, I've never been compared to any actors that I know of.
So you're pretty unique.
I
Pretty
hope
all
so.
your own.
I hope so.
Well, good. That could be a really good thing.
Yeah.
That could be a really, really good
give
thing.
that the guy's done. He's different. That's for sure.
Well, love that. But when you're not busy filming, what do you like to do in your spare time when you're not acting or?
Well, I love being with the grandkids when I can. Like I said, they're off in a distance.
How many do you have?
Five grandkids.
5?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
5.
A lot of Christmas shopping.
Yeah, Christmas is special because it used to be special. My grandkids lived with me, but we didn't even put up a Christmas tree this year. I'm sorry to say.
Were you just traveling
just
a lot?
me and her.
Or?
Yeah, this is me and her, so we didn't put up Christmas tree decorations. I told her, I said, well, it's yard sale time, you know, because we have them all stacked down in the basement.
Yeah, yeah.
But I like writing. I love reading. I love watching movies, especially old movies, and just watch the actors.
Doing some character study.
Yeah, she can't stand watching movies with me because I just like this, you know. And I'm watching every nuance the actor is doing because, you know, in real life, that's the greatest acting class that you can get.
Right.
Is watching those actors and just intently watching them. And every move, every sound they make.
It's like studying.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's cheaper.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No books to buy, just a couple of red box fees and you're good.
You learn so much.
Well, with everything that you've learned in all of your years of theater and film, is there any advice that you would give to an aspiring actor like myself?
Just enjoy the journey. Don't have great expectations. Harry Dean Stanton, which is a great character actor, one of the best character actors. He was from Irvine, Kentucky, and he graduated from UK. He once said that he always knew that he was going to make it. I don't believe that for an instance, for 1 minute. I don't think anybody knows. It's Anthony Hopkins said it best. It's just pure luck sometimes. And just enjoy the journey. That's tough too, getting rejected. But you got to get used to it. But it's so tough to think, why is this guy doing it and I'm not? It's just being at the right place at the right time, a lot of luck, and some talent with it, of course. But the best thing to do to make your life balanced is to have something else. Love your family. Try to love your work that you do. Read, enjoy life as best you can. And don't pay attention to negative people. Stay the hell away from them.
That's a biggie.
And then just enjoy what you're doing. If you get small parts, enjoy it. Big parts, enjoy it. But don't have great expectations. I know that's a downer to some people, but that's just true. Like I said, just enjoy it and realize that you're in competition with a lot of other people. You're not there alone. And it may happen, but it may not happen.
So love it, be passionate about it, but be realistic at the same time.
Just like your family, just like the people around you, just like life, love it and love people. Be good to them. And it'll all come back. It'll all come to you. It really will. It'll all come back to you. It may take a while and you go, but it'll all come to you. Okay?
Awesome. That is really good advice.
Thank you.
Definitely. Trying to take mental note of that right now.
Thank you. Appreciate it very much.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, I enjoyed being here. Really did. You're a great host.
All right, well, thank you very, very much. You're a great person
and you
to
did
interview.
good at that audition. You really did.
Well, thank you.
I felt jealous. I'm going,
I'll take that.
no,
I think you're lying, but I'll take it.
No, you did really well. You do.
Thank you.
You're very photogenic. You have good presence and persona. So that helps.
I'm really
Kind of like
liking
that
this
light
hosting
show.
jig.
You got the light inside you, bubbled. Put that bubble out and let that light show. Don't let nobody destroy that bubble.
I'll try not to. Like I said, the whole stay away from negative people.
Yeah.
I really like that part of your advice a lot.
Yeah, you got to do it because it's called transference when you think of psychology terms. They want you to be like them. You know, it's like the old alcoholic hanging around alcoholic people. They want you to be that, just exactly the same.
Right.
Because it strengthens their position.
Exactly. Well, it's really good advice. I definitely really appreciate it. I'm sure everybody out there will too. So, thank you again for joining us on this episode of Actor Spotlight. If you'd like to see more episodes, just subscribe to the Rotting Corpse Productions YouTube channel. Thanks again, and we hope to see you next time.